Well, welcome folks to yet another episode of Rumble. Today I have somebody who's in the studio right now, and he's gone into a line of business which I don't know anybody who's ever done that before. He's actually an expert in perfumes, which might sound somewhat crazy. He's built a whole career just on perfumes and perfumery and the whole business of aromatics and oil, and I don't think most of us know anything about it. But he's got many other things that he does, which I will just find out as we go along. So tell me, Sundar, welcome to the show. Tell me, how did you get into the whole business of aromatics?
Let me tell you that it started in 1979.
Okay.
When there were a lot of articles being written about how to extract jasmine, because this part of India, a lot of jasmine is grown, as you are aware.
Yeah, but where exactly does it grow? Is it done anywhere in Tamil Nadu?
Yeah. Madurai is famous, Tirunelveli, all these.
Madurai Malli?
Madurai Malli happens to be one such thing.
Okay.
But normally we extract oil from Jadi Malli, which is called Jasminum grandiflora.
Okay.
In Latin or whatever.
So what's the difference between these two mallis?
They're different family of species.
All right. So when you look at it, they look different?
Yeah. Gundu Malli will look different from Jadi Malli, will have a pink streak on it.
Oh, all right. So that's the one with the perfume?
That's the one with the perfume. But now, of course, Jasmine Sambac or Gundu Malli has made a big comeback because it's more fragrant than the Jadi Malli. So the French guys have taken to it in a big way, and now they
Is the perfumery world still very much under the control of the French?
To a great extent, even now. Though the Americans are trying to make inroads, but their marketing strategy is such that they are not in for a long haul. So the French has been doing it as a Guru Sishya Parampara, the grandfather, son, grandson.
Just like their cognacs and their fine wines.
They have developed the expertise in that, and Grass district is called the perfumery district in the world.
This is the GRASSE?
SSE, yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
All right.
So that's how it is. Perfume or parfum, as they say, the meaning is through smoke. So in the beginning, the civilization was not privy to these oils. Okay. And they used to burn this paste.
Like incense.
On it started with smoke. Okay. Burning it in the altar.
Oh, like fume for fume. Perfume.
Altars of your favorite gods or goddesses in the Egyptian and Mesopotamia. The earliest perfumer, you will be surprised, was a woman called Tahiti.
Okay.
She was from Mesopotamia in the Bronze Age.
Okay.
Then the Romans found out in...
what do they do? Set her on fire to get some good smell out of her? Why do you say she was the earliest?
She was the one who could concoct different powders into... she had the knack of compounding a perfume without liquids but in a solid form kind of thing.
Okay.
Then the Romans, to their great surprise, found a big factory in what is now Cyprus, when they colonized that place. And according to legend, the factory was almost 400 square meters, which is a huge factory even by modern standards. Obviously, they were making perfumes and they had a big market.
So what do they do? How does it happen? Do you just take flowers and leave them in some medium?
It's not as simple as
that. They don't crush them.
What started as anjuans, what you call doop and agarbatti and all those things, famous. Then the Arabs were the first one to distill a perfume using steam distillation techniques.
Okay.
Then from Arab countries it traveled to the West because of the Ottoman Empire, stuff like that.
Okay.
So then
the French latched onto it.
But then they knew how to dilute it with alcohol because the Arabs were against.
Oh, that was taboo for them.
Taboo.
Yes.
So they traveled further west.
But Arab taboo against or dislike for alcohol started after the time of Muhammad, which is only 700 plus.
Yeah, but then it traveled to the west
only before that.
Only in the 17th, 18th century.
Oh, that's all. So it's a relatively recent.
300-400 year old in the European context.
Okay.
But then, in fact, you will be surprised to know that most of the perfumers were pharmacists.
Well, actually,
I'm not used surprised. To write that you must have seen olden doctors writing prescriptions.
Yes,
Then the compounder will compound.
We'll go and mix it.
Okay. Those guys started making colognes. See, you must have heard of a famous cologne called 4711.
Yes.
It still sells in the grey market.
Yes.
It actually is the door number of a German guy who made this perfume, 4711. They traveled from Italy, they settled in Cologne. So the water of Cologne is called the eau de Cologne. It's supposed to smell like that. I don't know whether it's...
But eau de Cologne is a French word in a German town.
Eau de Cologne. Cologne,
where is Cologne from? Germany or France?
Germany. So this guy shifted to Cologne.
Okay.
4711 was their number.
All right.
Door number. So they were looking for a name, and then they latched on.
What is the Indian equivalent of this perfumery business?
See, Indian, it dates back to the days of Charaka Samhita, which is the bedrock of Ayurveda.
Okay.
There are some methods of making perfumes are written down in Sanskrit.
Okay.
So maybe our guys were making that in a form of a paste or something like that, which to adorn the gods and goddesses, we were doing that.
So that's how it happened.
That's how it started. Then with the Mughal Empire days, I think they started distilling rose and other others in Kannauj near Kanpur.
Okay.
So, but why it's called ittar is because it is always distilled on a bed of sandalwood oil.
All right.
Well, the Arabs used to distill it directly from the flower, whatever it is. But
So
here we always had this base as sandalwood. So that's why the word ittar came about.
Why? What does ittar got to do with sandalwood?
Ittar means because it's on a base of sandalwood oil.
That's the meaning of that word itself.
That's why we.
Okay, that's an interesting little observation that Indian perfumes have a slightly different base. When we come back, we'll find out where did the Indian perfumery business go, or were we left behind by the French and the Brits.